What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe, JH Overcomes, America's friendliest cop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on out, come on out. Hey, listen, real quick, I want to come before you. I want to give you the results uh, from my COVID-19 retesting. We're going to go over a couple of things today. I'm not going to keep you long. You know how I like to do. I like to get in, get out. I don't want to keep you guys tied up too much because I know you guys got a lot of things to do or not. You know what I mean? But I wanted to let you guys know that first and foremost, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you so much for everybody who has been reaching out and who has been giving me the support to help get me through this COVID-19 thing. If you guys can hear me, just shoot me a quick thumbs up so that way we could do a quick sound test. Again, social media and technical difficulties do pop up, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything. And also, number two, if you guys are if you have any questions, reach out. If you have any questions, put it right into the chat, and we'll try to address those questions as time goes along. I'm going to address the retesting procedure. I'm going to retest. I'm going to address the follow up today. I'm also going to address some things that I still see going on. Still seeing some things that are going on within this COVID-19 thing, and I don't want us to get complacent. I really don't want us to get complacent. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Don't be afraid to do so. I'll shout you out and I'll make sure we cover those things. So listen, welcome, 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 welcome. Today's a new day. It's a great day. It's a day for us to get out here and be thankful and be happy. I know that we are all going through some different things. I know we keep saying to each other that, Dwight, what's going on, brother? How are you, sir? I know there's some things that we're still going through. Some of us are still dealing with some issues. Some of us are still battling some things. Hey, listen, Dwight. Hey, listen, if you guys need some music, check my man Dwight out. He's helped getting us through this pandemic here at home. It's crazy, crazy skills. I love him. I love him. So I know there's some things going on right now. There's still some people out here who are battling this. People are still actively getting sick. People are still actively, in the hospital. I know we're getting over this, but we still have to be cautious. We still have to make sure that we're following the right procedures. And I'm not saying that we go into panic mode. I'm not saying that we do the things that, to keep us, confined mentally altogether. But I want you guys to know that it's important that we still keep your foot on the gas. Keep your foot on the gas right now because I don't want this thing to sneak back up on you or anybody else. And it's important that you follow all the procedures. Okay. And that's about it. Make sure you're doing the right things you're supposed to do. So Saturday, real quick, thank you, Emma Sarah. Thank you so much. Saturday we spoke about how we spoke about the retesting procedure. You guys saw the live video. You saw me at the retesting facility. You saw me getting the nasal swab and everything like that. You walked through the entire process with me. Hopefully that helped you relieve some of the anxiety that you're going through. Hopefully it helped that you were able to pass that on to somebody else. I got a couple of nice replies from people, a couple of nice inboxes that stated, that it actually helped. Those types of things actually help. Having awareness, knowing what's going on, knowing what it entails, because a lot of times our fear and our anxiety just comes from the fear of the unknown. We don't know what it takes, and I don't do this to make it look easy. Okay, that's not my whole process, not my whole thought process behind this. The reason why I do it is to create awareness, of this COVID-19 thing, because let's be real, our government is not telling us everything. This is not a government bashing session. Doctors aren't telling us everything because a lot of this is new to a lot of different people. Now, you can pick and choose from whatever resource, whatever source you want to go to, but overall, you're going to probably get 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 different stories sometimes. And it's important for us to stay as informed as possible. And the best way that I thought that we can do that is to walk through the procedure with somebody who is actually going through the situation. I'm not preaching to you. I'm speaking from experience of exactly what I experienced. I'm speaking from experience of exactly what I went through, the symptoms I went through, what I was feeling in my body. And again, all of these things may or may not apply to you. I didn't take I didn't go for vaccines. I didn't go for anything like that. Everything that I used was natural, except for that one week of antibiotics that, some people say doesn't help, but it helped me. So I'm not saying that, everything that people are saying is wrong, but you're probably going to get like the telephone game. You're probably going to get, three, four, five, six different stories from three, four, five, six different people. That's just the way it goes. But the best way for us to get through this is to make sure that we have awareness. Make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. I always say that to you because the bottom line is this: you can agree with it, okay? You can disagree with with the confinement of everybody else, with the quarantine. Um, but it is what it is. Now what? Okay. Again, I'm not going to get into, how it started, where it originated, whether it's real or not, because clearly it's real. I'm letting you know it's real. Um, but I'm not going to get into all those things and all those different arguments. That's not for me. Okay. We have certain people who investigate certain things. And sometimes when you investigate certain things come out. Okay, I've been in law enforcement for a long time, and not everything is always what it appears to be. Sometimes we get this, this conception, this preconception of the way things are, because of what we believe we see until that videotape is shown. Okay, then it really comes out to be true or not true. So don't get yourself so caught up in what's going on with how it originated and whether it originated in which country and how just start focusing on you, because you have a lot more things to worry about than where this thing originated. Don't take the focus off of you. Don't look for something else to go outside of what needs to be focused on right now, and that's you. Okay, so the one thing you need to realize is that you're nothing without your health. I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago in the video. When I was going through dialysis for 5.5 years, when I was going through the kidney transplant, when I was going through a lot of different things in my life, it didn't matter. All the outside stuff didn't matter. Nothing would have made me happy unless I had my health. And now I got it, baby. I got my health. So that's why I'm so happy sometimes. People say to me all the time, Joe, how do you smile all the time? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you happy? Well, if you've ever been sick, my friend, okay, if you've ever had your life threatened by a disease or illness or something like that in the past, you will learn, okay, hopefully, how to overcome that situation and how to see things through a whole different lens. So, don't wait until God has to humble you. Don't wait until you're on your sick bed or you have to come through something really, really tragic, to really appreciate what you have here. Learn from my experience. I'm letting you know right now that being on the other side of that hospital door, it sucks. Okay, I've been there quite a few times. So, get yourself in order, do what you're supposed to do, focus on what you need to focus on as far as your health goes and being healthy. Everything else will fall into place after that. Get your spiritual life together, do whatever you need to do while you're home right now. Stop wasting time worrying about how, something originated, and get back into what you have to do to fix it. All right. The fears we talked about. I wanted to get into a couple of people hit me up this week about, they're still having some fear, they're still having some anxiety about the COVID-19 virus, and hopefully I can help ease that today. Okay. Yes, I have overcome COVID-19. Thank you so much. Thank you, God. I give God all the praise. I'm not ashamed of it. You can dislike, unfollow, whatever you want to do, but I'm letting you know that I give God all the praise for exactly what happened with me today. So thank you so much, God, for helping get me through this. And the one thing I want to let you guys know is this: throughout my battle with COVID-19, I did not need extra toilet paper for anything. Okay. We don't need extra toilet paper. Stop buying extra toilet paper, people. It's not necessary. Okay. It's not necessary. I don't know what that is. If somebody can please help me, help me. Okay. Just understand where that came from or where it originated. And I'll gladly share with everybody else. But I did not need extra toilet paper during my COVID-19 battle. All right. And with that being said, I want you guys to stop living in fear. Okay, that's where that all originated. We started living in fear, and we started to go out and we started to overindulge. We started to, to buy all these things. We started to hoard things. We started to take a whole bunch of things that we didn't need. I saw some people at Costco and some of the other supermarkets trying to return stuff. They're not taking it back. Okay, so now you got to eat it or sell it or give it away. I say give it away. Give it away to somebody. But stop living in fear. After I went for the test the other day, okay, to get back on topic, I didn't want to lose you. After I went back, after I got the test done the other day, I was a little bit relieved, okay, to feel that I got that done, that I finally reached that point. As you guys all realize that when this thing first started, I didn't feel good. Okay, I didn't look good. I sounded terrible, and I can only review that by going back to all the videos that I've put together throughout this whole process. And what happened was, when people started to tell me, wow, you look good, or wow, you look great. I mean, I have some acne, things like that, that help, that affects me usually when I get sick, but for the most part, people were saying, wow, you sound great, you look great. And I didn't realize just how bad I sounded, or just how bad I looked, until I started to go back and look at the videos. And I realized how much I was struggling, how much I was trying to fight to breathe, and how much I was fighting to try to get a sentence out, and now, here I am taking step by step, getting back onto the treadmill, getting back onto the elliptical machine, and I remember, just a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, when I couldn't do the treadmill for 30 seconds. I couldn't do the elliptical for 30 seconds. Okay. Now I'm up to 3, 4 minute intervals where I do my three, I'll jump off. I'll do my three, I'll jump off, and, that helps keep me motivated with my lungs. It helps keep my mind right. It helps keep my body right. Because the one thing that you're going to realize is this: if you do happen to get COVID-19, the mentality of defeat can't set in. You cannot allow the mentality of defeat to set in. Once you allow that to set into your body, into your brain, you are going to be fighting a whole nother battle. Okay. You need to realize that if this thing should happen to you, I pray that it doesn't happen to you, you can beat it. Okay. The mentality that you need to have is, it is what it is. Now what? Okay. It is what it is. Okay. I have this thing. What do I have to do to fix it? What do I have to do to get over it? Now, how do I handle that? I can go watch Joe's videos. Okay. I can go watch different other videos of people who are going through it online. I haven't seen many people who have been open, um, as I've been. I'm not saying that, as a pat in the back, that has nothing to do with me. But what I'm saying to you is that if you do happen to come down with this situation, it is what it is. Now what? Okay. Crying about it is not going to fix it. Moaning about it is not going to fix it. Laying in bed all day is not going to fix it. You need to make sure you take the proper steps to make sure you're doing what you're doing. Now, what are those steps? Okay, I'm going to go over those again real quick. I had to realize that I went to, I was already I had this illness. Okay, what do I got to do? I got to get myself up out of bed. Okay, I got to keep moving. I have to keep doing the things that I need to do for my body, taking my vitamins and taking all the things that go along with it. I have to make sure I don't let this virus take over me. Now, you can say coronavirus, you can say flu, you can say the common cold. I don't care what it is, whatever it is. If you decide to sit around through it because you feel like you're justified in sitting down, or you're justified in because you're sick, okay, you'll have that moment, and you need to take care of your body. But there's going to come a time when you need to get yourself up and move yourself along. Nobody's coming to save you sometimes. And in this particular situation, nobody was definitely coming to save you because everybody's quarantined. Okay, so you need to make the right decisions about your health and your body to make sure you are doing what you need to do to get past this. Now, how could you do that? You can eat the right way. You can drink the hot liquids. You can do all the things that people are telling you to do. You can make sure you're doing your breathing exercises. There's breathing exercises online. There's breathing exercises on YouTube. Whatever you need to do. There's breathing exercises right here in my videos. You can do what you're supposed to do to get yourself through this. I don't care what the illness. I remember when I first had the kidney transplant and I was in the hospital, and the nurse would come in, and my room would be cleaned. And she said, "No, Mr. Hammond, what are you doing? What you listen, I understand that, but I need to do what I need to do to get myself out of this situation also. I don't have time to die. I don't have time to sit around sick. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I need to get myself up and start moving." Okay. And this is the way that I react to these certain things, because I know my body. I know what I need to do to get myself back. Now, does that mean I'm Superman? Does that mean I don't use wisdom? Absolutely not. You have to know when enough is enough, but you also have to know when you could do more. Okay. And don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not giving you, I'm not trying to make you feel terrible about yourself. But what I am saying to you is this, is that sometimes we will make ourselves sick, and then we will make ourselves sicker by laying in it. So if your mental is all screwed up because you're worried so much about having this COVID-19, you're already making yourself sick. You're already putting yourself in a bad situation by worrying so much each and every day that you're going to get this, that you're stressing yourself out. You're putting all this mental strain on your body and on your mind. And this is where the mental conditioning part comes in. Okay. You're going to have to develop a different part of your mental conditioning. Just like your body, there's a lot of people that get up every day and work out. Okay. There's a lot of people that get up every day, they go to the gym, well, maybe not right now, but they go to the gym, they do what they're supposed to do for their body. But what are you doing for your mental health? What are you doing to condition this? Because this right here is where it all starts. If you're not conditioned daily, mentally, okay, you have already begun to defeat yourself. Okay, so now you need to realize that this whole COVID-19 process is not going to just be about mental, it's not going to just be about you physically being correct. You need to be mentally correct as well. And once you start to realize that, you'll start to get yourself off of the negative social media. You'll stop worrying about, what's going on with the White House and what's going on with the, with everybody else across the country, across the world. Now, do you need to stay informed? Absolutely. Stay informed of the information that you need. But everything else that you can't control, everything else that you have no control over, I can't control when Donald Trump is going to send everybody back to work. I can't do it. So what do I need to do in the meantime? I have to focus on what I can focus on. I can't control when the governor is going to go back. We can have our protest. That's great. There's people for that. If you guys decide to go out and peacefully protest, then fantastic. But don't allow those things to take the focus off of you and your health and the things that you're supposed to do for you. Okay, because while you're worrying about that, you're going to be the one that's laid up in the bed and you may not recover from it. All right. So get your mental health right, people. Start taking care of your bodies the right way. You can get through this. After I went through the testing procedure the other day, the retesting procedure, you guys saw how it went. I pulled up, got the nasal swab. If you guys haven't seen it, go back, check out the video. You can check it out on YouTube. I already loaded up to YouTube. And hey, make sure you go follow me on YouTube, like and subscribe. All right. Shameless plug. But when you guys, if you guys need that help, go back, look at the video of when I went through the process. Look at all the videos that I put together just so we can understand this thing a little bit more. Now, understanding the medical part of it, you may have to go a little bit further than Joe Hammond. Okay, I'm not going to give you medical advice. I'm not going to give you the things that are clinical and things that I didn't go to school for. There's a whole lot of smart people. There's a whole lot of smart people out there, smarter than me, that can handle that for you. But what I am saying to you is that do what you can do to control the situation. After I got the test done the other day, I realized that I don't have the results yet. Okay, even though I felt better, even though I knew I got this beat mentally, I'm like, I got this. This is nothing for me. This is just another obstacle to overcome. I still had to make sure that I was doing things the right way. That doesn't mean I go out and start licking railings and go out and start, taking the mask off and go out and start, getting around different people. I need to realize that you just can't turn the Titanic around in one hour. Okay, this is going to take a process. You need to realize that you need to think about this. You need to make sure, keep your foot on the gas. Excuse me, keep eating right, keep doing things the right way, and understand that this is going to take a process. Patience, okay, process. That's what you need to understand. Patience, process. Everything that you go through right now is going to take both. So when I got finished taking the test, I realized that there's other things that I still need to do after this. And I called up my doctor. I said, Doc, I got the results. I want to know what it is I need to do now. Now, I had been speaking to some people who have had the COVID-19 virus. And again, if you guys have some questions, put it into the chat box. I had some people who had gone through the COVID virus, and they have had some side effects following COVID-19. Now, again, this is not to scare anybody. This is to bring awareness. And I'm going to bring those people on next week, probably next week sometime. And we're going to have an open group discussion about how this thing happened to certain people. Now, following COVID-19, what happened was some people developed pneumonia. Okay, they found out that, listen, even though they tested negative for COVID-19, they found out that they were still walking around with pneumonia. Their lungs were still affected. They also found out that their liver might have been swollen. Why? Because the lungs is trying to expand, and what's happening is it's sitting on top of the liver, and a whole bunch of different things you could do to research on your own. But the one thing I realize is that I can't just let this thing go. I need to make sure that, listen, I'm 49 years old. Look good. I'm 49 years old, but I feel it's important for me to make sure I take care of my health. It's important for me to make sure I take care of my body going forward. So I don't want to let ignorance, okay, stand in the way of me going to get the right tests done and the right procedures done, especially if you can afford it, or if you have the insurance, or if you have, the right resources. Please do it. What's holding you back from doing it? So What I did was I made the appointment. I had already tested negative, thank God, and I went to a follow up facility. And when I went to the follow up facility, I went and I got tested for the antibodies. I also went and I got the lung scan, and I wanted to make sure that something was, everything was right in my body. Now, during the lung scan, okay, the doctor found something else, but that's not today's topic. We'll discuss that another day. I'm good. I'm good. I got this. Okay, bring on whatever, including the Hornets. Okay, but what I'm saying to you is this: is that you need to make sure you're following up the right way. And this is for people who have tested positive for COVID-19. Um, make sure you follow up everything. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Call your doctor. Make sure you're following all the right protocols, because again, this is all new to everyone. This is all new to all of us. Now, I know some people are going to say, "Nah, well, it hasn't been new to our country. People knew." I don't care. It's new to you. Okay, it's new to you. Take care of your body. So, because I don't completely trust everything that's going on with everybody and all the information that I'm getting, I'm going to make sure that I do everything I can do on my end and everything I can control. Everything else after that, that's beyond me right now. Okay, and I'll address that as it comes. But the first thing I need to do is I need to get healthy. Okay, and I need to make sure I'm right. So again, if you have COVID-19, or if you've had COVID-19, make sure you're doing the right follow-ups. Make sure your lungs are right. Make sure your body's right, because this thing has attacked people's lungs. There's people still in the hospital. There are people still actively getting sick. Okay, I was in the doctor's office the other day, and there are people still walking in, and they're actively testing positive. They are actively walking around, can't breathe. They're actively walking around and they feel terrible. And I'm watching the look on these people's faces. I'm watching the panic. I'm watching this. It's like a revolving door of people going in and out of doctor's offices. Okay. Again, I don't care about the sorry, brother. I don't care about the of people who are saying, well, it's all about money. It doesn't matter. You're still sick. You're still sick. Fix it. Okay. Now, there are people out there right now who want this thing to end. I get it. But you have to realize this. If you get sick because of ignorance, if you get sick because of disobedience, if you get sick because you refuse to follow the right protocol, then that's only going to affect you and the people around you and your loved ones. So before we walk out here and we say, you know what, let's take these masks off, before we can take these gloves off and let's get back to work. I get it. I get it, but you have to be wise about it, because you have to still realize that you still have family around you and you still have friends around you. And you need to realize that your health can affect them. Okay. I've watched many, many people during this situation who have lost mothers, fathers, both. Okay. Who have lost loved ones. And it hasn't just been people who are elderly. It hasn't just been people who have a compromised immune system. What I'm letting you know right now is that you need to make sure that you're using wisdom, people. That's all I want you to do, is use wisdom. And that's the whole purpose of these videos. I want you to understand this, and then we're going to close. Okay. This has not been an easy road, okay, for Joe Hammond. Okay. It hasn't been an easy road for me, because I do have a compromised immune system. There was a natural fear that kicked in. There was a natural anxiety that kicked in, and I had to make sure that I was good mentally, and I had to make sure I was good physically, both. I don't have time to die. I don't have time to be sick. I got things to do. Okay. I got people to get out here and help. And I want you to realize this. If you are going through this right now, okay, you can beat this. You can defeat COVID-19. You can overcome this situation. I promise you. But you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to take yourself in that mirror. You're going to have to find the inner fortitude to say, you know what? I got this. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to win, and I'm going to overcome this. If you don't have COVID-19 and you have fears of contracting COVID-19, you need to take yourself in the mirror and you have to say, if I get this, I'm going to beat this. If I come across this, I'm going to defeat this. But as of right now, I'm not looking for it. I don't want it. It doesn't mean I have to get it. I don't have to go out here and live in fear. I don't have to walk around like I'm afraid of everything around me. I am an overcomer, and I can beat this too, mentally and physically. You can do this. I'm going to get some people who are going to tell me, yeah, Joe, this is the rah rah. Some people are going to, and I've already got people who have hit me up. Yeah, it's all about you. That's great. This message is for the people who want to receive it only. Okay. If it's not for you, you can easily unfollow or unclick right now. Just click on the button right now to stop this video. But I'm letting you know right now, you can overcome this. I promise you. But you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to understand that you can beat this. All right. Questions, real quick. I just want to hop on real quick and let everybody know that I'm so happy about overcoming this. Let's see here. Let's see. Cop parents, tell me the truth. I already know the truth, so don't lie. Ah, yes, absolutely. Yes, especially Mr. Baker. Yes, especially when your kids are sick or have major health issues. All we can do is pray. Absolutely. Sometimes prayer is the only answer for some people. Don Malazzo, Don Patrick Cole, is good to see you as well. Let's see. Hearing from people who actually recovered from the virus will help people understand better. Yes, Lisa, thank you. I'm hoping that that is the whole process. I hope that we can get through this and hope that we can help each other by sharing it and by letting people know that we can overcome this. We can get through this together. Let's see. Taiwan has had no lockdown and has had few. I'm sorry, I lost this one. There's a Matthews has had no new cases. We need to investigate to what they have done. Absolutely. Okay, let's not be afraid of how it started, of what we believe on how it started. Okay, let's go back to where it began. Let's see, George Beck. Okay, keep the videos coming. Yes, sir, I will. I promise you. Hey, listen, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out George Beck over at Blue Magazine, please do. Okay, he's a phenomenal editor. He runs a phenomenal magazine that speaks the truth. Okay, he's a great, great guy. Horace Baker, stay safe, everyone. Got to go see my patients. Yes, yes. People who are out there still working. Who are out there and actively still helping protect us. The nurses, the doctors, all the essential workers. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Miss Sarah, thank you for the natural. Okay, natural, and you're looking good. Praise Yahweh. Yes, she's one of the people who gave me some of the natural remedies. And Dwight, man, God is good. Glad to hear you. Hey, listen, thank you so much for everybody coming out. Thank you so much for following. And I want you guys to know, if you need the help, okay, I don't have all the answers, but I promise to point you in the right direction. All right, I'm your boy Joe, JH Overcomes, America's Friendliest Cop. If you need me, you know how to find me. And until then, peace be unto you. All right, and I mean that literally. Peace.